Welcome to The Explainer. We're about to take a journey to a place you go every single night, but you might not know it very well at all. We are pulling back the covers on the strange, incredibly active, and absolutely essential world of sleep and dreams. And just how active can it get? Well, as you're about to see, sometimes it can be downright dangerous. You'd think this was something out of an action movie, but nope, this is a completely true story. The famous music director Bappi Lahiri dreamt a missile was hurtling towards him, and he leapt straight through a closed second-story window. This one single dramatic event just shatters that idea we all have about sleep, that it's a quiet timeout for the body. It is anything but. So let's treat this explainer like a guided tour. Because as Bappi Lahiri's 33 Stitches can tell you, sleep isn't just about being dormant. No, it's a full-blown journey into another state of consciousness. And sometimes it can be a really, really wild ride. Okay, so to start, let's get our terms straight. When scientists talk about sleep, they use these very specific words. The most important one here, reversible. See, unlike a coma or being under anesthesia, you are meant to come back from this state. So even though you might feel dead to the world, your brain's perceptual window is still just a little bit ajar. For the longest time, everyone just assumed the brain pretty much shut off at night. But that all changed back in the 1950s, thanks to a grad student named Eugene Aserinsky. He hooked his 8-year-old son Armand up to an EEG machine, and suddenly the readouts went absolutely bonkers. He thought he'd broken the machine, but he hadn't. He'd just broken our entire understanding of sleep, discovering what we now call REM, or Rapid Eye Movement Sleep. Aserinsky's discovery wasn't just proof that the brain was active, it actually gave scientists a map. It turns out this nightly journey you take isn't random at all. It unfolds across 4 very distinct stages, every single night. So the journey begins in NREM 1. This is that light, drifty stage where you might get that falling feeling, that's a hypnagogic jerk. Then you slide into NREM 2, which has these fascinating bursts of brain activity called sleep spindles. From there, you drop into NREM 3, deep, slow-wave sleep. This is when sleepwalking can happen. And finally, you hit the main event, REM sleep. Your brain is lit up like a Christmas tree, but your brainstem brilliantly paralyzes your muscles. Good thing too. And here's the kicker. This journey isn't a one-way trip. You actually repeat this entire 4-stage cycle over and over, all night long. And each full revolution takes about 90 minutes. But, as we saw right at the beginning, this journey doesn't always stick to the plan. For millions of people, the whole process can go off the rails, leading to a whole host of sleep disorders that can make life incredibly, incredibly difficult. Now, most of us have heard of insomnia, but there are others like narcolepsy, which causes these uncontrollable sleep attacks, or sleep apnea, where you literally stop breathing and wake yourself up gasping for air. And this right here is what happened in our opening story. REM sleep behavior disorder is what Bappi Lahiri had. His body's paralysis switch failed, so he physically acted out his dream. And then you've got night terrors, which are these intense episodes of screaming and thrashing that happen in deep sleep, and they're totally different from a regular nightmare. Look, getting this journey right is absolutely critical. Being chronically sleep deprived isn't just about feeling a little tired. It's a major predictor for depression. It messes with your hunger hormones so you gain weight, and it tanks your immune system. You simply cannot be healthy without good sleep. All right, now we're going to venture into the deepest, the weirdest, and maybe the most fascinating destination on our whole tour, the world of dreams. You know that bizarre film festival your brain puts on for you every single night? I mean, this is the big question, isn't it? People have been asking this for thousands of years. Are dreams messages from the divine? Are they just random brain static? Or are they something else entirely? Well, science has a few pretty compelling ideas. But before we even get to the theories, just wrap your head around this. Over the course of your life, you will spend 6 full years just dreaming. 6 years. So whatever dreams are, they are a massive part of being human. So you really can't talk about dreams without mentioning Sigmund Freud. He came up with this idea that the bizarre story you remember
he called that the manifest content, is really just a symbolic cover for its true hidden meaning, the latent content. It was a huge, influential idea, but it really doesn't have much scientific support today. The modern view? Well, sometimes a dream about a train is just a dream about a train.
So what are the modern theories? Well, one is the information processing theory. It suggests dreams are like your brain's little file clerks, sorting through the day's events and filing them away into memory. Then there's the physiological function theory, which says dreaming stimulates the brain, helping build and maintain neural pathways. This is especially important for babies. Another view is cognitive development, that dreams are like a mental rehearsal, a simulation where your brain uses what it knows to practice for reality. And finally, there's the neural activation theory, which suggests dreams are just our brain's best effort to weave a coherent story out of completely random electrical signals. So, as our tour starts to come to a close, let's ask the most important question of all. Why does any of this, the stages, the cycles, the dreams, why does it actually matter when you're awake? Well, far from being just passive downtime, sleep is an incredibly productive period. It's when we consolidate our memories, it's when our cells repair themselves, and it's when growth hormones get released, which, by the way, is why babies sleep so much. It even gives our creativity a proven, measurable boost. And this brings us to the final, crucial takeaway. That wild, paradoxical, dream-filled stage of REM sleep, it is not some optional extra. Scientists are all in agreement on this. REM is absolutely vital. You need it for your body, for your mind. It is an essential part of the journey. So think about that for a second. A third of your entire life is spent on this incredible biological and psychological voyage. It is not lost time. It is an active, essential process that literally builds who you are. The only real question left is, what amazing, bizarre, or profound things will you discover there tonight?